Hey there, everybody. I'm Joe Disney Guy, and welcome back to my Kingdom Hearts Let's Play. When we last left off, we were told that our world was connected, and we were on the hunt for some supplies for our raft, so that we can disappear and go exploring for other worlds, particularly Kairi's home world. So. Yeah, the beginning of this game can be a little bit of a slog because, again, it is slow and it is just sort of mundane things, but it does allow you to kind of get used to controls and things like that. So I remember I'm still looking for coconuts, and I was like convinced that there were coconuts in this tree, but I have not proven to be successful in proving that yet. So maybe they're different trees. I don't know. I still think I need 1 mushroom and 3 coconuts or something like that. I think. So let's get over into the cove here and see what Kairi has to say. Yeah, like I was saying last time, I literally, the first time I played this game, I stopped playing for, like, it must have been like 3 months or something like that, because I couldn't find the stuff. I just wanted to get into Disney stuff. The game wasn't really gripping me at the time yet, because I felt like nothing was happening. And, yeah, I just kind of went away from it for a while, but then, I always was saying that I wanted to get back to it, and that's eventually what I did, and I'm glad I did, because I turned out to really like this game. Alright, Kairi, what am I missing here? Oh, how nice. But I need you to tell me what I'm missing. 1 mushroom, 2 coconuts. That's what I thought. Alright, so there's still the 1 mushroom. And I feel like it's always the 1 mushroom that I can't find. Because I know about the one in the secret place, and I know the one behind the rock. Alright, let's see if maybe these are more generous with my... Ah! Coconut. There's 1. Alright, so maybe it was these trees that I needed to bash all along. Oh, coconut. Alright, so we have all the coconuts. So literally, I need 1 mushroom. But will I be able to find it? So like I was saying, when I was a kid, I got very frustrated that I couldn't find anything. And you also have to remember that back then, it wasn't as tech savvy. YouTube wasn't really a thing back then, so it wasn't like you could check a quick YouTube tutorial to see where everything was. Oh, the mushroom. Yeah, I got everything. That wasn't too painful. But yeah, it wasn't like you can go see where everything was. I think that there was a website called like Game FAQs or something like that that had a lot of the strategy stuff to it, but again, I wasn't super tech savvy back then. Oh, another high potion. Wonderful. Yeah, let's get out of here. Alright. That wasn't too painful. We got out of Destiny Islands fairly quickly. Alright, more cutscenes.
Riku has changed. What do you mean? Well... You okay?
Sora, let's take the raft and go. Just the 2 of us.
Huh?
Just kidding.
What's gotten into you? You're the one that's changed, Kairi.
Maybe. You know, I was a little afraid at first. But now I'm ready. No matter where I go or what I see, I know I can always come back here. Right?
Yeah, of course.
That's good. Sora, don't ever change.
Huh?
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
It's funny how their conversations always swing back and forth between like Goofy and serious. Alright, sorry to rush off without saying goodbye, but there's some big trouble brewing. I'm not going to put on a Mickey voice, sorry guys. Not sure why, but the stars have been blinking out one by one, and that means disaster can't be far behind. Hate to leave you all, but I've got to go check into it. There's someone with a key, the key to our survival, so I need you and Goofy to find him and stick with him. Got it? Oh, Pluto. We need that key or we're doomed, so go to Traverse Town and find Leon. He'll point you in the right direction. P.S. Would you apologize to Minnie for me? Thanks, pal. I like that Donald saw this note. There's the P.S. in there to apologize to Minnie, and his first reaction was, we can't tell Minnie.
It means we'll just have to trust the king.
Gorge, I sure hope he's all right.
You're honest. Don't worry. We'll find the king and this key.
Thank you, both of you.
Daisy, can you take care of them?
Of course. You be careful now, both of you.
Oh, and to chronicle your travels, he will accompany you.
Ooh.
Over here.
Ah, there's Jiminy.
Cricket's the name. Jiminy Cricket at your service.
We hope for your safe return. Please, help the king.
You're coming too.
Gorge, Jiminy, your world disappeared too?
It was terrible. We were scattered. And as far as I can see, I'm the only one who made it to this castle.
Goofy,
Oh, right. I gotcha. You mean while we're in other worlds, we can't let on where we're from, huh?
I feel like they break that rule almost immediately.
order.
Right. We're Oh, I guess we'll need new duds when we get there, huh?
Alrighty. Preparing everybody's favorite thing. The gummy ship. There it is. We'll be spending a lot of time in that.
Hello up there. Gotta get to lunch, True. I'm glad you're ready.
You guys are gonna notice I almost giggle every time that Donald's on the screen. I'm just very tickled by him. That's also just in real life, like watching his cartoons, not just Kingdom Hearts. Oh, another great song. I love the soundtrack to this game so much, and you'll see. Forgot about that. And you will see me kind of dancing and humming along to the music often. And there we go. So many cutscenes in the early going here.
I just can't wait. Once we set sail, it'll be great.
A storm? Oh no! The raft!
Sora, dinner's ready.
I'm pretty sure that's the only time we... I think it's the only indication we ever even get that Sora has at least a mother. Because he's pretty much on his own the rest of the way. And really, any of them, any of the main three.
What's that?
Oh boy.
Riku's boat. And Kyrie's.
effortless. Oh man! So the first time, all right, where am I going? Yeah, go there. The first time I ever played this, I thought that I had to try to beat up these guys with the sword, and as you see, it does nothing at all. You can tech them occasionally. That's it. And I thought I was getting somewhere with that. Where does door come from? Better go find Riku first. All right. Gotta get Riku. And so I'm sitting here trying to beat up these guys and getting nowhere. And I must have been trying for like a half an hour to try to take out at least someone, and nothing was happening. And finally, I learned
I thought she was with you.
that I had to just run away from them.
Is open.
What?
The door is open, Sora. Now we can go to the outside world.
What are you talking about? We gotta find Kairi.
Kairi's coming with us. Once we step through, we might not be able to come back. We may never see our parents again. There's no turning back. But this may be our only chance. We can't let fear stop us. I'm not afraid of the darkness.
Riku.
Riku getting swallowed up. Oh boy. We're about to get one of the greatest weapons around. There it is, the Keyblade. Ah, such a cool weapon. Keyblade. Keyblade. It's such a cool weapon, they just have to keep telling you what it is. Now it's gonna be way easier to beat these guys up, and that's what we're gonna do. Whap! Yeah, oh man, it was so cathartic. After spending a solid half an hour trying to take anyone out with that wooden sword and being unsuccessful, to finally just be able to wail on everything and just be able to take it out in like one hit. Alright, I think we've had enough fun there. We need to get to the door. You. Whap! Oh no! Kabam! Alright. Pretty sure you can spend all day taking those guys out, but until you actually get to the door, nothing's going to progress. I'm pretty sure it's just a never-ending mob. Alright, we keep on moving, keep it moving. Oh, guess what? Another cutscene.
Kairi.
Sora.
Whoa!
Alrighty, we're fighting this guy again, good old Darkseid. Let's see if we can be a little more cautious than we were the last time we fought him. Probably haven't needed to. Oh, there. Alright, I'm putting the shield and just wailing on him, so this has been nice. Yeah, these first few boss fights, really the first few fights in general, aren't overly complicated. And obviously that's so you can sort of get more accustomed to the controls and things like that. Oh, look out. But yeah, they're really not too complicated. They're very much just kind of lock on and pound away. They're not entirely strong. Their attacks aren't like complicated. There really is a lot. There's plenty of health. Yeah, it is really nothing too crazy. And was that it already? I guess it was. Yeah. Yeah. So again, that was a super easy fight. Just stand there and wail on him until he goes down. Won't be the last we see of him, but we don't get to see him for a while. Whoa! And I believe with that, we are finally out of the Destiny Islands. One of my favorite worlds.
Oh. Look, a star's going out.
Come on, let's hurry.
I always forget that Pluto is on this journey with us, because we don't really see him, except for in cutscenes. Traverse Town. Traverse Town is one of my favorite worlds, specifically for the world music. I enjoy it greatly.
Hey, you know, maybe we ought to go find Leon. Oh, Donald, you know, I bet you that,
What do you know, you big palooka?
A big palooka.
Come on, Pluto!
I feel like it's the first time I've ever seen the word palooka even spelled out is in this game.
Oh. Huh? What a dream. Ah! This isn't a dream. Oh, where am I? Oh, boy. Do you know where we are? Oh, hey!
Alright, we have made it to Traverse Town. But my favorite music hasn't kicked in yet. Where is my music? It's totally weird, I know, so I agree. In another world. There it is. I don't know what it is about this world music that I enjoy so much, but I just do. Odd pair, yeah, an odd pair. I would call Donald and Goofy an odd pair. All right, let's jump into the accessory shop here. I probably shouldn't be reading these out. Why the long face, Sora? You lost or something? No. Well, maybe. Where are we? Huh? Traverse Town? So, Gramps, is this really another world? Don't call me Gramps. The name's Sid. Anyway, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but this sure ain't your island. I'd better start looking for Riku and Kairi. Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing. If you ever run into trouble, you come to me. I'll look out for you. Thanks, Sid. I'm pretty sure, I don't think Sid ever speaks in this game. I'm pretty sure he speaks in KH2, but I can't remember if he has any like voice acted lines in the first game. I think every interaction with him is text like that. Alright, now the fun part. Trying to remember how to trigger certain things in Traverse Town. Alright, I can't go that way. Traverse Town is real simple. It's broken down into 3 districts. The first district has no Heartlesses in it, and it's just pretty much nice and calm, as you can see here. And there's a couple shops that we can visit. There's an item shop, an accessory shop. Eventually, we also have a Geppetto's workshop. Second district is where we get to see some of the enemies, as you'll see right here. That guy is dead now. Kind of a dark moment there. Oh good, a fight! The creatures from the island! Alright. Just keep wailing on these little guys. Ah! Okay, nice. Again, these enemies are still pretty nice and easy. So, I don't think we went over this before, but the little green balls that they drop, those are HP orbs. Those are for my health. These little yellow and silver balls they drop are money, spelled, as you see over there, M-U-N-N-Y, money. And obviously, money is used to purchase things, much like real money, so I know that's pretty easy to pick up. Alright, let's start wailing on people again. So this is where we're really now starting to get into the actual meat and potatoes of the game, where it's fairly open to explore. But as you go through, you get attacked by heartless mobs like this. And you can actually clear them out. Sometimes they come in waves and in spawns, and if you just beat all the waves, then you can kind of walk freely. But they never truly go away. Even if you complete a world and you come back, they'll be back. And that is useful later on when you're looking for things such as certain items and drops and those things. But especially in the early going, I do try to grind out as many of these little fights as I can, because they are still relatively simple and not all that time consuming, and they give me some experience points as time goes on, or as I kind of get focused on like actually completing some tasks. I'll probably be skipping some of those and just kind of like running past them. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works for every Kingdom Hearts player, is that you start out... Alright, that's not the right door, it's the other one. Is that you start out trying to beat up everybody, and then you get to a point where it's, yeah, you know what, I think I willed on enough people for one day. Alright. Whap! Hey, sliding dash. So that's our first ability that we've learned. Let's see if we can actually equip it. We can. Okay, so we're going to equip that real fast. So, again, going back to the first time that I ever played Kingdom Hearts, like I said before, I never really played RPG games. The whole concept of items and equipment and abilities and all that stuff was sort of foreign to me. So the abilities I was able to pick up that fairly quickly with equipping abilities, AP points, which is just ability points, in order to get new stuff. But the equipment, I didn't really know you could. I didn't really understand. I didn't really know you could change them out, or like what the point would be of changing them out. So through the first game, through the entirety of my first playthrough, I actually kept the Kingdom Key, which is this base Keyblade here that I'm holding, because I didn't really know. I didn't really know how to switch them out, nor did I really know the point of switching them out. So yeah, it turns out when you don't really understand RPGs, you do put yourself at a slight disadvantage. Ironically, what I did back then is actually a trophy now. I think it's called Unchanging Armor. So who knew? I was just a trophy hunter before there were even such things as PlayStation trophies. Clearly, I was just trying to make more of a challenge for myself. Though I will say that initial playthrough where I wasn't changing out... I wasn't adding equipment, I wasn't swapping out equipment and all that stuff. I will say that did make subsequent playthroughs of the game far easier, because I could actually play it normally. Alright, so I thought I could just unlock that. Evidently not. So, like I was saying before, now the hard part is trying to remember how to trigger certain things. Because basically I need to find Donald and Goofy, and I don't really know how to go about that right now. I know I'm supposed to have... You get out of here. Oh, you get out of here. I know, so at one point I'm supposed to find Leon as well. So you'll see I'm picking up things like that, the Lucid Shard. That is one of numerous items that you find over time that you can use already in skipping fights mode. But yeah, those are one of numerous items that you find that you can use to make more powerful items and equipment and things like that. That happens a little bit later into the game, so for now we'll just be collecting them without making too much of them. Oh boy. So before I said that there were no Heartless in District 1. That becomes true after this first little bit here. I forgot that they do actually jump you early on, and that might explain why when I was running through nothing was happening, because I think I need to clear all this stuff out first. Is there another one? No, there's not. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, more of them. Nice thing though is that so far it's still these base little hearts. Oh, that was a sliding dash. So it is still pretty easy to just kind of hit X to win in the early going. So yeah, as of the beginning here, the combat is pretty simple. It is a lot of hit X to win, and really, if you want, you can almost use that exclusively to work your way through the game. And for the most part, for a lot of fights, you can kind of get away with that as long as you dodge and hit and all that stuff. But the combat can get more complicated and more kind of fancy as time goes along, as you will hopefully see. I'll try to work in some more of that stuff as we go along. Do I gotta talk to you again? I guess not. Ah, okay, there we go.
They'll come at you out of nowhere.
Who are you?
And they'll keep on coming at you, as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade. But why? Why would it choose a kid like you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Now, let's see that Keyblade.
What? There's no way you're getting this.
Alright. Then have it your way.
Leon is so cool, and the Gunblade is very cool as well. So yeah, so this is Leon. In this game, he's known as Leon, and I'm not really 100% certain why he's known as Leon. In Final Fantasy VIII, I believe it is, he's known by Squall Leonhardt, so I don't know why they changed his name. This is an optional fight where winning it only kind of gets you experience points, and I did not win it. I didn't anticipate I would. You only take like 3 hits there. Without dodge roll and things like that, as you can tell, I'm kind of taking a whooping.
Nice going, Leon.
Either way, even if you win the fight, you pass out afterwards, so it doesn't affect anything.
Still, it looks like things are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
Oh yeah, so there are some added scenes. If you've only ever played KH1 and you never played the final mix version, cutscenes like this you will not have seen before. These are added into the final mix version, and a lot of them follow Riku's story, and that's why there's no voice acting on them like what you saw there. So yeah, they just kind of add to the story a little bit more, and they kind of flesh out Riku's story a little bit more, which is cool. So you will almost always be able to tell if it's a Final Mix exclusive cutscene, if it's like this, where he appears to be speaking and there's no voice acting going on beneath it. So it's cool. Cool little change to keep an eye out on.
There's nobody here. Sure is spooky.
Actually, I'm not scared.
Excuse me, did the king send you?
Turns out Aerith was alive after all. We just had to find her in Kingdom Hearts. That's a Final Fantasy joke.
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up. You okay?
I guess.
Those creatures that attacked you are after the Keyblade. But it's your heart they really want. Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? Who are you talking about?
Sora must have got hit
I'm the great ninja
real hard in the head. To still be envisioning that as Kairi.
I
There
think you might have overdone it, Squall.
Again, weird that she calls him Squall. And he, yes, I don't know why he changed his name.
Yeah, we had to get it away from you to shake off those creatures. It turns out that's how they were tracking you.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. But it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe that you, of all people, are the chosen one. Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
Why don't you start making sense? What's going on here?
Okay. You know there are many other worlds out there, besides your castle in this town, right?
Yeah?
Well, there's supposed to be a secret.
They've been secret, because they've never been connected. Until now. When the Heartless came, everything changed.
Good old exposition dump.
The ones who attacked you, you remember?
Those without hearts.
The darkness in people's hearts. That's what attracts them.
And there is darkness within every heart.
Hey, have you heard of someone named Ansem?
And Sam?
He was studying the Heartless. He recorded all of his findings in a very detailed report.
Gosh, can we see it?
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
Scattered?
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to find them.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
We've got to find him quick.
Right. First we need the key.
That's right. The Keyblade.
So, this is the key.
Exactly.
The Heartless have great fear of the Keyblade. That's why they'll keep coming after you, no matter what.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room. Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kairi!
You know what? I really don't know.
Alright, so yeah, that was a big exposition dump, but basically, Heartless bad, coming after your hearts, and there's a guy named Ansem who was studying said Heartless. Alrighty. So I see brooding Leon over here. So that Heartless will find you. Well, not yet. Not yet, because we're gonna open this guy up here. So, another nice perk of the Keyblade, can open up chests like this one. Oh, elixir, nice. We're gonna pocket that one for now. We're gonna quick save here. It's funny that it lets you go to the title screen from here. So these save points here. So you remember the ones before were that like solid green, as opposed to this one, which is just sort of a like a rotating circle without anything in the middle. That has to do with the gummy ship. We'll get to that in a minute, but basically the ones that are solid green allow you to transport straight to the gummy ship, and those can be points that you can transport to from the gummy ship, as opposed to these, which are just normal save points. Alright, let's move out into the world here. Yeah, I'm ready. She should be there by now with the other visitors. So we're gonna go find Aerith. Of course, the other visitor, Leon!
Yuffie, go!
Yuffie!
Sora, let's go.
Poor Donald. Don't bother with the small fry. Find the leader. Let's go. It is sort of funny that they freak out so much. I know he told me not to bother with the small fries, so I'm going to bother with the small fries a little bit. So this is the first time we're seeing other Heartless. There are all different types of Heartless. These are called soldiers. And there's all different types throughout all the worlds, which is why I found it kind of funny that they were freaking out over like this one little Heartless when, especially as we move along in the game, we see way more complicated ones. Oh, wow. So yeah, those guys actually fight back a little bit more than just the Shadows, which were the names of the Heartless that we were fighting before. Those little the little black guys who go into the floor. Let me get my bearings here. I think I can go out this way. Yeah, the soldiers can actually fight back a little bit. Ow! Which you are seeing now as they are beating me up pretty substantially. Get some health here. Get some health. Yeah, the problem, especially in the early going, you do have to physically dodge more than being able to use. I'm not gonna actually use an item here because I don't want. Oops. Yeah, that's one of the things that is sort of annoying in the first game is item management. Being able to add items, it gets streamlined much more in future games. Oh, I want to get up there. So, that's the lovely, annoying sound for when you are low on health. Oh, no. Get in there. Pretty sure that the save point is in here. Oh, no. I'm going to probably take a death here. Get some health, get some health, get some health. Get some health, get some health. Alright, I need some help. Oh, that was a mistake. Alright, these guys, these are good. Man, everyone's dropping money, but not so much health right now. Alright, how do I get out of here? I think if I go this way, I think I can get out from here. No, I got a red room. Hallway. That's the green room again. Oh, that's this way. These guys again. Alright. And now we're seeing some mixed mobs, so try to just get some health off these guys real fast. And everybody's dropping money, which is all well and good. I do love money, but I could use a little bit of health right now, to be honest with you all. Alright, can we get... There we go. Back out of the second. Finally. Alright. Believe we have to get to the 3rd district, which is where we were before. Okay, I'm going to listen to Leon now, and I'm not going to deal with the small fries. And we're just going to move on, because they've been beating me up pretty substantially. And I just want to keep it moving right now. My health's in a fairly good spot. Alright, let's get into the 3rd district here. There we go. Alright, we're getting into one of our first proper boss fights here. Against an enemy called Guard Armor. So...
Are these the Heartless guys?
Let's go get them.
Oh, and the dream team is together. Here we go. Alright, so first we just have to beat up some more guys, and then we get to fight the boss. But now we actually have Donald and Goofy fighting with us, so that's kind of nice. So it's not just me taking all the focus from the bad guys and taking all the whoopings. Nice little level up there at a nice opportune time. So yeah, as you see, way easier when you're fighting in a group of 3 than just fighting by yourself. And now here's Guard Armor. This color scheme is different in Final Mix as opposed to KH1. I don't really know why that is, but it's one of the things you notice. Alright, so this enemy, as you can see, his limbs are kind of all over the place. The easiest way to kind of go at him is to take down his limbs one by one. If you tech his limbs, like I just did there, then they pretty much hang out there useless. Oh, man. So, yeah, the easiest way to take him out is one by one, sort of attacking his limbs, which is what we're going to do, though I've been sort of bouncing around place to place. Oh, nice, thank you. So, yeah, another perk to having your friends here is that they can look out for you and your health. It becomes much more relevant later when you get a spell called Cure. And particularly Donald takes care of that, in theory. Believe me, you'll hear me yell at Donald plenty as the series goes along for not healing me when I need him to. Alright, we've taken out 2 of this guy's his 2 legs, so that's good. If you hit his chest dead on, like I was doing before, they actually sort of do chip damage on all of the limbs, so if you just kind of go after his chest, you can get a little bit of everything. But if you want to focus the attacks on the limbs, they do bust his limbs off easier. Alright, all of his limbs are gone now, so we should be good the rest of the way. We're pretty good in health. There's health balls kind of all over the place. All he has is a torso and a head left. Oh, and some of these dangerous attacks, but there we go. Nice and easy. And we're just going to keep wailing on him for good measure. So, that's Guard Armor again. He's the first, like, proper boss of the game, but pretty simple still, especially because it's your first fight with all 3 of your characters, and you just kind of zip right on through it. Brave Warrior, so that's a piece of equipment which we will be equipping shortly.
So, you were looking for me?
They too have been seeking the wielder of the Keyblade.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I wonder if I could find Riku and Kairi.
Of course.
Are you sure?
Who knows? But we need them to come with us.
Sneaky Donald.
Find the kid.
Sneaky Donald.
Sora, go with them. Especially if you want to find your friends.
Yeah, I guess.
But you can't come along looking like that. Understand?
Oh.
No frowning, no sad face, okay?
Yeah, you gotta look funny, like us. Yup. Whoa.
Yes, for ones on happy faces.
Happy?
It's more terrifying than happy, but effective nonetheless.
That's one funny face.
Okay, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Name's Goofy.
I'm Sora.
All for one, one for all.
And the dream team has been formed. Oh, meanwhile...
Squirt took down that Heartless. Who'd have thought it? Such is the power of the Keyblade. The child's strength is not his own.
Why don't we turn him into a Heartless? That'll settle things quick enough.
And the brat's friends are the king's lackeys. Slug on the eyes, they're all built rats by the look of them.
You're no prize yourself.
Shut up!
Enough! The Keyblade has chosen him. Will it be he who conquers the darkness? Or will the darkness swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
So those are our baddies. Make sure you're prepared for the journey ahead of you. We don't know how far the Heartless have spread. Check out the shops here. They got some pretty neat stuff. This is from all of us. 500 money. Man, if they could give me $500, then we'd be talking. Spend it as you see fit. Good luck. I hope you find your friends. That makes two of us. Look out for each other. Keep your spirits up. The gummy ship is outside that gate. That gate in particular. Yep, and like I was telling you before, that's where the save points come to teleport to gummy ships. The what? That's our ship. Wait till you see it. Hold on, Sora, this is for you. Ah, now we have magic. So that's our first spell. So, oh, no, we'll get to that in a second. Now you can use magic too. Goofy, give me that other thing. What? You know. Oh, yeah. Oh, dodge roll. Thank you so much. That's going to help immensely. And then it talks about our equipment, or talk about our abilities and our equipment and all that stuff. Abilities allow you to do all sorts of things. Guess we looked for them along the way, huh? Okay, is that it? Let's get going. Not till we're ready. See, big adventures coming their way. Looks like it's up to me to keep track of it all in my journal. Thanks, Jiminy. All right, let's start going through all this stuff. Hey, journal, our nice chronicles. So the journal is basically where it keeps track of the Heartless you face, the story so far, which does become sort of necessary as you go along, characters and who everybody is. We're not going to go through, we're not going to read through all of these now. You guys can tell me on Patreon if you want me to kind of read all of these as we get them, or you know, just kind of take my word for them as we go along. But I am going to click them all real fast. I like how there's a question mark for what Mickey looks like, as if we don't actually know what Mickey looks like. But yeah, but I am going to click them all real fast because, man, I have some OCD when it comes to those blinking, those blinking lights. So, oh man, and of course, this is like one of the biggest dumps of the journal because of the fact that we have already seen so many characters. We actually haven't seen Huey, Dewey, and Louie yet. They have one of the stores here. That's why they're in here. The brooms, I don't really know where we've seen, but yeah, we've seen so many characters and we haven't had access to the journal yet, so that's why there's so many right off the bat here. Aerith, I'm almost there. Titus, Selphie, Waka. The Moogles. We haven't seen the Moogles yet either, but they're the ones who run the shops where we can make new things. I'm blanking on the name right now, but there's Jiminy, that's you. I don't really know how they separated Character 1 and Character 2, but they did. Heartless, like I was saying before, we have our shadows. Man, we've already defeated 101 of them. Very nice. And then our soldiers, and then I believe somewhere, yep, there they are. Darkseid, who I guess was the first real boss, though I consider Guard Armor the first real boss. Alright, we're banging through our journal. Let's go through our equipment real fast. So this was what I was talking about before, that I never actually thought to change that. We picked up a Protect Chain earlier. We're going to equip Brave Warrior onto ourselves, and we're going to throw the Protect Chain on us as well. Why not? So basically the way that I handle this, because as you can see, you can add equipment to all of your guys. The way that I typically handle it is I take care of my stats first and then deal with the rest of them. I remember when I first played this game, I was trying to take care of Donald and Goofy and try to keep their health up and all that stuff. But it became abundantly clear that, well, when I die, the game is over, so let's keep number 1 safe here. And while we're at it, let's equip our dodge roll. There we go. Let's see. Goofy has some rocket. Always useful. Alright, there we go. So, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today. A pretty good stopping point here after beating Guard Armor and getting some equipment. Oh, our Trinity. Another little... Alright, we'll deal with Trinities when we get back another time. But we got a bunch of information. We've gone through Traverse Town Part 1 here. Next time, we'll be able to the game really opens up and we can really get into the game proper. So we've kind of done all the stuff we need to do to set ourselves up, and now we can really jump into the game. But that will be in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to all of my channels, be it this one, JTDG Gaming, or Joe the Disney Guy, for all Disney videos, updates, and things of that nature. If you want to check out the series live while it's happening, as opposed to waiting for it to end up on YouTube, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Joe the Disney Guy. You can also follow me on Twitter at Joe the Disney Guy for all updates with myself and my various channels and the various things going on in my life. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this video and kind of ideas for future series and things like that. I'll see you all real soon.